Morning, everybody. Oh, Saturday morning. What is it, the 17th of July, maybe? I don't even know what day it is. That's kind of sad. It's Saturday, July 17th. Look at that. Summer is well underway. Good morning, everybody. We'll let you all get caught up with the fact that we are live and online for our weekly edition of the Coffee Chat Show. How is everybody this morning? Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Buffy, good morning. I love that Buffy gets up early. She's in California. She gets up super early on Saturday morning to watch the Coffee Chat Show. Hey, Jude is with us. Jude's dad just passed away, and they just had the service. So, Jude, we're thinking of you, sending lots of love. Looking forward to seeing you here in August. Jude's coming to visit for my birthday. Dodie, good morning. Good morning, Amy. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy. We're going to start rolling the podcast audio. Morning, everybody. Good morning, Melissa. We'll wait till we get a few more people rolling in here. I'm a couple minutes early. Jude, see, I channeled you. I grabbed this cup and thought of you this morning, and there you are. See how that works? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Good morning, Trisha. Morning, everybody. Oh, the new lead t-shirts are in. Check it out. I know it's backwards to you, but they look really cool. So those are our giveaway swag. So when you hear me say the first 2 people to email us, whatever, you can take your shot, and we send out a couple of swag packages in gratis on a weekly basis, sort of a prize for watching the Coffee Chat Show. Jen says it's finally not raining. And they're here to mow my lawn, so it's probably going to get noisy soon. All right, so, yeah, see, Jude says I'm using her tea. Jude loves tea. Jude is my friend, and Jude actually became my friend from being somebody that watched me on The Working Single Mom. Good morning, Erica. Erica's just catching us live for the first time. Morning, everybody. Erica just turned 40. All right, happy birthday to Erica. I'm going to be 40. No, oh my God, I'm going to be 53. I don't even know how old I am. I'll be 53 in August. And Jude and Tracy are coming to help me celebrate my birthday. For those of you that are longtime watchers, you'll remember that my mom passed away pretty much right after my birthday, 2 o'clock in the morning after my birthday last year. So it was pretty much a shitty birthday last year. So we are bound and determined to make it a huge celebration this year. Anyway, this morning we are going to talk about, good morning, Red, Stefania, Heidi. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Welcome to the Coffee Chat Show. So we have a weekly Facebook show every Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It then goes up onto YouTube after we're done here. And then it stays on Facebook on our video page. You can also catch the audio on oh my, I need coffee. Lori, good morning. You can catch the audio on podcast. So this morning we're talking about the value of bookending your days. When I thank you, Red. She's saying that she's sorry I lost my mom. I lost my mom, it's almost a year now, you guys. And we're finally having her memorial service in August. In October. God, I need to drink more of this. We're having her memorial service in October, and I'm starting to send out the invites for that. She had she was also like a teacher and a coach, so she has a huge group of folks. And it's weird to send those invites, I have to tell you. Not a huge fan. Anyway, back to bookending your days. So Darren Hardy wrote a book called The Compound Effect, which I read a long time ago, and it was actually a really good book. I think it's one of his best books. And in there, he talks about how making the smallest change makes the biggest difference over time. It's kind of like the compound interest principle, right? So one of the things that he mentions in there is setting up your days. And this is something that, so I do leadership coaching. I do executive leadership coaching. And we're starting to put together executive leadership trainings, which we will probably be ready to launch at the end of the year. And I, in the meantime, do executive leadership coaching or just leadership coaching. So if you lead something, if you have your own business, those kinds of things. So I do professional coaching in that way. I still coach a few actual personal folks, but not very many anymore. I will coach you if you have a project or something specific. Jasmine, good morning. And on that note, I recommend to all of my clients that, good morning, Lynn Marie, that you set up your days, that you bookend your days. So I just took on a new client who is actually a client of my mom's, and she is writing a textbook. She's a pretty astute and accomplished physical therapist, and she is writing a textbook, and so she wanted some coaching because it's quite the project, as you might imagine, and so she wanted some executive coaching to just like help her to get that done and segment it and make it work. By the way, Tracy's birthday is tomorrow, everybody. Tracy has been one of my best friends for 30 some odd years now. She helps us with the Working Single Mom. She helps us with Fortunato Partners. She lives in Indiana, and she also has her own business as well. Okay, so happy birthday to Tracy for tomorrow, which obviously I'll wish her happy birthday tomorrow as well. Anyway, back to my recommendations for my clients. I recommend that they bookend their days. And what that means, and this is what I was speaking to this client that I took on yesterday. I was talking to her about this, asking her, like, how does the day go? Like, what's the setup of your day? So she kind of told me what her routine was. And I suggested that she do two things. One is the index card tool that we've invented here at the Working Single Mom and Revealing Leaders. And that is, if you have a particular, let's say you have some things in your life that you want to accomplish, particular goals or particular areas that you're working on. I cannot speak this morning. Particular areas that you are working on, where you want to go from where you are up a level to where you want to be. Okay. And what I recommend is, do you remember when you were kids and you did flashcards, right? And that's how you learned certain things like words or times tables or easy addition. Sometimes we even used them for chemistry, right? For the elemental tables. So you pick 10 affirmations that you create or that you get from other places that are specifically focused on what you want to be working on. Of course, you can do more than 10. 10 is just an easy number to hit. You write one affirmation on each index card, and then you carry those index cards with you in an elastic band, kind of like you would take flashcards with you and use them in your spare time to keep learning whatever it is that you were trying to learn, right? Because the flashcard principle makes it rote. You just repeat, and pretty soon your mind just picks those things up automatically. So we have found in our research in my work with people over the last 3 decades, I have found that oftentimes it is difficult for someone who's just learning success principles and leadership principles and positive thinking principles to control their thinking, to control their mind, because we call it monkey mind, right? Your monkey mind wants to tell you things like you're poor, you're broke, you're a failure, it'll never work, nothing ever turns out, all that kind of stuff. And it can be really difficult to combat that. So one of the things that we suggest and recommend is this index card tool. And it works like flashcards, right? So when your monkey mind is telling you stuff that's not helpful or things that you don't want to hear, you just get the flashcards in front of your face, repeat, go through the pack. Eventually the monkey mind will shut up and quiet down. And then you use as necessary, right? Rinse and repeat as necessary. Okay, so for bookending your days, I recommend this as one of the things that you do in the morning. And bookending your days means that you set aside time. I recommend a minimum of 20 minutes in the morning, and it can be less in the evening, at least 15 minutes. And the way that I particularly recommend that you do it is, and you can of course do it any way that you want. So it's about focusing your mind in the direction that you want it to go, in the direction that you want your future to go. And when you bookend your days and your evenings, it makes it much easier to respond to the things in the middle versus react. So if you just get out of bed, for instance, and you put your feet on the floor and your monkey mind starts with messing with you, right? Like, oh my God, there's too much to do today. There's not enough time. You don't have enough money. The rent is due. The mortgage is due. How are you going to pay the bills? You don't have enough disposable income, okay? Whatever the case may be. If you wake up like that, then, and you let that consume you, you're already now on a track where you're just going to be at effect of the day versus in control of the day, okay? So when you take the time to bookend your days, which would mean not picking up your cell phone when you first get out of bed, which I'm notorious for, by the way, because I'm always checking, work emails. I have like 4 or 5, different work emails for all the different companies that I'm associated with. So I have to really stop myself from doing that in the morning. So get out of bed and take that time before you do anything else. Have those flashcards with the affirmations handy, okay? So you get out of bed and you just, that's the first thing you do is the flashcards, and then maybe if you're a God person, you might read a piece of a devotional, or you might read the daily word, or you might have a book that you're reading, which is kind of forward thinking. It could be, personal development. It could be some kind of a prayer thing, spiritual thing, or it could just simply be a business book that you're, it's helping you focus your mind on where you want it to go. Okay? So that's the bookend in the morning. You're getting up and you're taking a specific amount of time and you are focusing your mind in the direction that you want it to go, in the direction that you want your results to go for the day. I also recommend, as another tool, creating a manifestation list. That is something that I read every morning. I change my manifestation list pretty much every 1 or 2 months, and I just I read that every day. And then what I do at night is a gratitude journal, right? So that is, Katie started flashcards 2 weeks ago. Good for you, Katie. Gratitude journal at the end of the day. Have a book by your bed or, in your bedroom somewhere. And before you go to sleep, just write a little paragraph about what you're grateful for that happened in the day. And, some days you'll be hard pressed to find something, but find something. Find something that you're grateful for. This helps you to go to sleep with the right attitude, right? Patricia wants an example of the flashcards. Okay, Patricia, so let's say 10 affirmations, 1 on each index card. So every day in every way, things are getting better and better. My income exceeds my expenses. Hey, Peggy, I see you. Guys, what are some other examples of affirmations that you can use? What else? My income exceeds my expenses. Every day in every way, things are getting better and better for me now. The mark of success is upon me now. If you're kind of working on work stuff, you could say, I know what at work every day, I know what to do and I do it. You could say everything I eat makes me thinner and healthier now if you're working on weight. Tracy's suggesting I am the leader of my life. You could affirm that you respond and not react to things, that you're strong, that you're powerful. So any kind of affirmation, you can just make up whatever affirmation that you want, right? Patricia gets it. Okay, so that's an example. So 1 affirmation for each index card. My bank account is abundant. I am enough. I love it. Perfect, you guys. So there's all kinds of suggestions flowing through in the comments. Okay, so I highly encourage you to begin bookending your days if you are not already. All right? Time in the morning and time at night. planning out your day in the morning, directing your mind where you want it to go. In the evening, being grateful for what's happened in the day, and maybe speaking about what you want to see happen for the next day, okay? You have the power. You have the control over your life. We changed the name to everything to Revealing Leaders because I think that people need to be reminded that you are the leader of your life. If you think that someone else is leading your life, I think you're sadly mistaken. If you're allowing someone else to lead your life because you think that you have to, this is a false construct and a false concept. You are the leader of your life. You're the leader of your life. You get to direct it, form it, and have it happen the way that you want. That's in your hands. That ball is in your court. I also wanted to take a moment to remind you, believe it or not, a lot of us who are high performing or have a lot of things to do forget to breathe. And I know that everyone says that you're breathing because you're still alive, but I mean really breathing, okay? And this is another thing that I've started to recommend to my clients that I'm executive coaching, all right, is remember to just take a moment in the middle of all of it that's coming at you in every second and breathe. A coach of mine brought this to my attention. They said that I wasn't breathing. To which I said, F off, of course I'm breathing. I'm still here. And she said, no, you're not like taking a breath, you're not like breathing, taking a moment, like appreciating a moment and just sitting for a second and breathing. So some of you might meditate, and that obviously is good. And if you're doing that every day, fantastic. And I'm not a big meditator. I will sit quiet and do prayer work, but I am not a person that like can just sit and listen to something for a long period. I'm too antsy. So, but however, I do yoga, and so I've been doing that every morning. And in there, you are breathing and you're being conscious of your breath, right? So you serve your psyche well, and you serve your physical being well when you are remembering to breathe, understanding that you are enough. I know this sounds dumb and trivial. This is a thing that a lot of high performing people are suffering from, right? They're always trying to do the next thing, fit it in, get it done, hustle it. And that's great, and I'm one of those people. And in my older age, in the last few years, and as I now am, we're like 53, so I'm coasting into the latter 50s and beyond, and I am recognizing how important it is to appreciate moments, to breathe into like your life. Just like, okay, that is huge. To do little things like yoga stretches in the middle of sitting at a desk all day, or in between meetings, or in between running and rushing and kids. And a lot of you younger moms might tell me that you don't have the time to take for yourself in the morning or in the evening. And I'm going to flat out tell you that you don't have the time not to. You will burn yourself out if you do not start taking time for yourself. And bookending your days is a very fine way to get this done. To have a few minutes for yourself in the morning and a few minutes for yourself at night. Okay? So this is important. It's really important, actually. Vitally important that you recognize that you're enough, that you recognize how to appreciate moments that you start to take the time to bookend your days. All right? Jasmine is saying she likes that, to, remembering to breathe. You are the leader of your life. I know sometimes it might feel like life is doing you. I really, with these coffee chat shows, want to encourage you to remember that you are doing life. Life is not, we want to get you to a place where you recognize that you are the source of what's happening to you, that you have the ability to connect with source that is bigger than you, that you remember that you always know what to do and you do it in every moment, and that you are appreciating the moments, and that you're taking the time to set up your beginning and your end of your day. The other thing hi Shelly, nice to see you. The other thing that can be done in the morning, my mom used to use this with her clients, and I'm using it with mine now, and she called it a praise report. So write a paragraph in the morning. So like do your flashcard affirmations and, read your whatever is positive for you. And then write a little paragraph about how your day is going to go. So you write it like in the affirmative, like today's an amazing day and I get all green lights on my way to work and everything's working out the way that I need it to. And the meeting at 3:00 goes really well, and like that, right? It'll just take you a few minutes to write maybe 5 sentences. We'll call this intentional and directional writing, a praise report for the day ahead. This will help you to remember that you over there, whoever's listening and watching right now, you have the power to create your day the way that you want it to go. You are not at effect of your life. I know sometimes it might seem like that, but it's not the truth about you. It isn't. So Coffee Chat Show is here to remind you what is the truth about you. And the truth is that you are the leader of your life. Plain and simple. You are. You're the leader of your life. I do the Coffee Chat Show for free. Nobody sponsors this show except my own company, which I own with my son and my husband. And, we are sponsoring the Coffee Chat Show, and Kim and Tracy help with the company. And I have a business. I'm an executive leadership coach, and I'm also a business coach, and I'm also the CEO of another company called Delta Hire, which is a recruiting and workforce development company. I do corporate culture work through Fortunato Partners, and leadership is really my thing. Leadership coaching, business coaching, coaching entrepreneurs. I have helped develop and start probably over 20 companies in my lifetime or more. And so that's how I get paid, and that's how I make a living. And also Fortunato Partners is now becoming a digital marketing and solutions company under the leadership of my son and Kim, and Tracy will be helping more with that. That is how money flows in here. The Working Single Mom Project, the Revealing Leaders stuff that's done here on Facebook and on Instagram and Pinterest, all of that, I keep all of that running and fresh with content and everything at my own expense. This is my give back, okay? So this time on the Coffee Chat Show, I'm giving to you. I'm giving you my time. And I bill out at a pretty high rate. So use the time that I'm donating out here and listen to what I'm saying to you and do something with it, okay? Do something with it. So let's just recap. Bookending your days, okay? The index card tool. Use it. Get a package of index cards. Write an affirmation, 1 affirmation on each index card. Start with 10. That's easy. You can do more. I also recommend that you change the affirmations up on the monthly basis or 2 months, every 2 months, same Same way that I recommend you changing your manifestation list, because things will change for you. You'll work on something, you'll feel like you've mastered it a little bit, you'll want to have a different set of affirmations. You'll put stuff on your manifestation list, you'll start bringing it into being, you'll want to change that. Your life requires work. Just like you would prepare yourself for an important interview or an important business meeting, or you would be paid to work on a project, let's say, and you would be prepared and you would set yourself up and you would make sure that you're, ready. Prepare yourself for your own damn life in the same way. Your life is your project. You don't get another one here on this particular planet, okay? So, newsflash, stop living like you're at effect of what's happening to you. You are the leader of your life. Start acting like that. Start taking control of that. Pay attention to how you're showing up. Pay attention. Stop letting life do you. Do life. Set up your days. Bookend your days. Start writing a praise report every morning for how the day is going to go. Start writing a paragraph at night for what you're grateful for what happened in the day. Okay? Keep a damn journal by your bed. Make that your gratitude journal. Write in it. Make yourself do it. Discipline yourself. Listen. Choose your hard. You will either end up with circumstances in your life that you think you didn't create, but you did. You will have created them from your lack of consciously creating, okay? So every time you're negative and you're angry and you're pissy and you're putting out shit out of your mouth, that is going forward to create your future. Pay attention. Start paying attention. You are the leader of your life. You have the power to set your life up any way that you want. You have the power to set your life up different than it is. It's going to require discipline. It's going to require time. It is going to require consistency and effort. Pay attention. Pay attention, okay? I am giving you my time every damn Saturday morning for free. Out here on Facebook, we have 1.3 million followers on Facebook. I just figure whoever needs to hear this will happen upon it on the day that they need it, and they'll listen. I get up early on Saturday morning, I pull myself together, and I come down here and I do this show for free because I want to help you. It's my give back, okay? So use it. Use the time that I'm giving you to do something different. Use it, please. You will either suffer the pain of discipline or you'll suffer the pain of regret. Choose your hard. I would rather choose my hard. Here's an example, all right, of the way that I do this in my life. I am now really working on corporate leadership, corporate culture. I have, as I said, I take corporate clients. I'm a business consultant. I'm a leadership consultant. I know, I'm smart enough to know, out of all the years that I've studied, everything that I've studied since I was 12 years old, I am smart enough to know that if I want to teach leadership and I want to lead, I have to have a place where I am led. I happen to be a highly performing individual. There are not a lot of places where a coach is going to have value for me. Physical, personal training, coaching, that is, a place where I'm not an expert. That has value for me. I have just hired a personal trainer. I have hired the personal trainer so that I can suffer on a daily basis. He comes once a week to train with me, and then he gives me a program, which I hate. Let me just be clear. Every day I'm down there, I'm doing my program, I am swearing, I am not happy, I am bitching. No one's listening because I'm down there by myself. I am yelling at the YouTube videos he made me, okay? I am choosing my heart. I am choosing to suffer in this way because I understand the value of pushing myself. I understand the value of allowing myself to be led. I understand the value of having someone coach me in an area that I'm not an expert. And I understand the value of being humble enough to accept help and be stupid in the middle of something that I'm not an expert at. I choose my hard. I encourage you to do the same thing, because you will either get circumstances in your life that are difficult, or you will pick them and you will say, okay, I'm choosing this. I'm choosing to get up at 5 o'clock every morning and make extra time to bookend my days. I'm going to make myself uncomfortable. I'm going to irritate myself with this new habit, because I know that it will push me and stretch me, and I will be able to accomplish more things from pushing myself. I'm encouraging you to do this. Make time in the morning and at night. Bookend your days. Get the affirmations on the cards. Start doing the flashcards. Write yourself a praise report. Get yourself a gratitude journal. Stop being lazy and at effect of your life. Stop complaining about how your life isn't the way you want it, and start doing something about it. Do something about it. Now, today, start right now. Do something about it. Okay? I'm going to finish talking with you folks, and then I'm going down to do a workout, which, again, I hate, by the way. I work out because I'm 53, and at 80, 90, I want to still be running up and down the stairs, and I still want to be here, sitting here, talking to you guys, all right? Okay. So, that's it. That's all I've got. Visit us at you can still visit us at theworkingsinglemom.com. Soon that will be revealing leaders. We're working on the new site. You can visit us at fortunatopartners.com. And I will say that the first 2 people to email me their 10 affirmations that they're putting on their card, we will send the new swag to. We've got the new lead shirts. So we will send you a new shirt. And, Celeste, who was in one of Antonio's nannies and worked for me for a long time. She now has 3 babies of her own. She knows. We used to do the Beachbody workouts together, and they were hideous. Yeah, Amanda does her own workouts. That's amazing. Amanda, I hire a personal trainer because I just won't push myself. I will work out, and I will do, I would say I push myself like 5%, and Casey Lee is pushing me like 110%. He came for our first workout yesterday, and yeah, I love him, but I hate him. And I was literally at one point just on the floor like, Casey, I can't do this. So, yeah, and he was like, yes, you can do it. And oh man, yeah. He's such a nice guy that I didn't want to swear at him, so I just held my tongue because he's just too nice. He's probably in his 30s, and he loves what he does. He was like so excited. He texted me afterwards. He's like, "It was a great workout. I'm so excited." And I'm just like, that's how I felt. Like, anyway, it's just an example of you've got to take a coach or coaching in areas of your life. Have an area where you're pushing yourself or having someone help you. That's why people hire me as an executive leadership coach, right? Because they want to grow their business, or they have a project, or like the client that I just took on, she has a textbook she's writing, she has a deadline, and she's not getting out of her own way enough to get it done. You've got to be accountable to somebody. And if you pay money and be accountable to someone, you're more likely, I'm more likely to be accountable. And if I know that I have to face Casey on a weekly basis, and he's going to come to my house and I have to tell him the truth about whether or not I did my workouts, then, right, because I'm just too, I care what people think of me. I know it's probably stupid. I know what works for me. So you have to figure out what works for you on how you can be pushed and how it works for you. Okay, so bookend your days. First 2 people to email me your 10 affirmations that are going to go on your index cards will get some new swag. Again, our lead t-shirts are in. They are not for sale. I give them away. We give away 2 swag packages every Saturday morning, and we do something like first 2 people to email me, whatever. And so this morning it is the first 2 people to email me the 10 affirmations that you're going to put on your index card. Okay? So if you have executive leadership coaching needs, you're welcome to go check us out at fortunatopartners.com, and marketing, digital marketing, all that kind of stuff. That's what we do, and that's what our firm does. And they are the sponsors. The company that I own with my son and my husband is the sponsor of everything that I do for free for you guys. So if you ever have any need that we can fill, I'm also, as I said, the CEO of Delta Hire, which is a recruiting company, which I don't own, but I do help to run with our staff as the CEO. So I hope you guys have a great Saturday. Go and challenge yourself with something today. I'm going to go do a Casey Lee workout. And I will see you, or say goodbye to our podcast listeners and Facebook fam. We'll see you next Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. Have a great week.